Hi and welcome to TMS Vlogs.
Welcome back. This is our first video on, well, it won't be the first video on the channel because the first one would be the introduction video, but this is like our first official video on the channel, and it's going to be tips and advice for first year uni students or any uni students that just want some tips and advice.
Especially during the pandemic. So I'm going to give you some tips and advice on food wise. Like I was saying in my previous video, I enjoy cooking a lot. I don't like to eat like frozen foods. I don't like to eat stuff what you can put in the oven. I'm like one of those kind of students who try to eat clean. I was a really big girl before, so the only reason for me to actually keep my weight down is to actually eat the right things. So what I've recently done, I'm not sure if any of you know, if you're in the UK, we've got, and actually in Europe as well, we've got a store called Lidl. Lidl has recently launched an app where you can get constant discounts on all the food and stuff like that. I would highly recommend you go. Me and Chelsea did a food shop, and when I mean I filled up my car,
Getting attacked
by the cat. I filled up my whole car full of shopping, and it didn't even cost us £60, did it?
No.
Also, make sure you get your club cards, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Asda, a lot of them. The amount of deals which you can save.
While we're talking about discounts, there's also, if you guys didn't know, there are a lot of websites where you can check for discounts before you buy things. So you've got things like Student Hut, Student Beans, Uni Days. I definitely recommend signing up to all of them because there'll be discounts on Student Hut that aren't on Uni Days. So you can have like loads of different discounts, and it does save you money. Even if it's just 20% off, you're still saving money. My next bit of advice would definitely be to join a society, whether it's something you're interested in or something you want to get interested in. So if you go to your uni, then they usually have a wide range of societies that you can choose from, and some of them are set up by students. It's not only good to socialise, but it lets you meet other people that aren't on your course and that you're not living with, so it gives you different places and like different people to hang out with, because a lot of people tend to make friends with their housemates, but at the end of the day, them housemates might have other friends on their course that they want to live with in their second year. So if you're first year, I would definitely recommend joining society because it gives you more options for people to move in with in your second year if you like moving house.
As Chelsea, I'm going to expand on the society. So I have been a part of, it's been two main societies since my first year of university. So I've been a part of RAMS, which is the Rock and Metal Society. I am now the communications officer. So with society, it's not just a group of people, we actually turn into a family. Another tip what I would give you guys is, I did tell Chelsea to take this tip, but she don't listen to me. When I'm saying take every single opportunity you can grab, even if it's in university or your chosen career path, take it. Anytime you see anything pull up online, take it. Whilst literally
Get it and grab it.
Get it and grab it, because once you graduate, you are going to be getting a piece of paper which is called a HER. The HER, a lot of your employers are not going to be necessarily looking at your grades, they're going to be looking at the extracurricular things what you have done. So on mine, since my first year of university, I'm a student ambassador, I'm a committee leader, I'm a student trustee, I work on the union, I do a lot for the university, so it's going to give me a lot more chances and opportunities for the career path what I want to go for.
I would definitely recommend becoming good friends with your lecturers, because a lot of lecturers, it's not so much in high school or in college, but a lot of lecturers in universities that teach the chosen subject have connections in the industry. So our tutor that taught us radio documentary last year produces radio documentaries for BBC, and our radio tutor, he kind of does things with radio stations like presenting and stuff. So I would definitely recommend like not acting up in university classes, because at the end of the day your tutors could be the ones that get you work experience. Like choose your friends wisely, because like
very wisely,
your friends, like if you make good friends, it will help the missing, like you won't think about home as much, because in my first year at uni I didn't really socialise a lot within my first weeks, and that's when I was missing home. But then when like Alicia invited me to go to karaoke one night, and I went to karaoke and I met her and her friends and become friends with them, I started to like not think about home as much because I had things to do, I had people to hang out with, I had people to talk to. So I definitely recommend getting yourself a good bunch of friends that can help you and support you, not ones that are going to mug you off. we have one more bit of advice, which I'll give you a brief and then Alicia can explain. But it's don't take first year too seriously. Honestly, your first year at uni, you might have been told this, you might not have been told this, but your grades, they don't really count towards your final grade. So don't stress about your first year. Honestly, it's not worth it.
For my first year, I actually done law, right? And I'm not exaggerating. I might seem a little bit ditzy, but I am quite intelligent. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but I feel like I enjoyed it a little bit too much and I got into my head. And the first year was actually probably one of the easiest. And I was like, you know what, now I can't be doing this. I need to do something which I've got a passion in, so I went with media. With media, I still got really good grades, but because I already done my first year, I was like, you know what, all I need to do is make sure I know how to use the equipment properly, and if I do that, I'll be able to sell for everything else, so I know how to do everything else. Just do not stress. But I am going to say this, don't take the mick. That's actually kind of cool. What the hell? That's actually kind of cool. But no, don't stress about your grades. Don't think you're gonna fail, because you can't really fail.
You can't really, like first year, they're like, academically, it's not as strict as your second and third year. Like you really need to focus on your second and third year if you want to graduate with like a good grade. But we were always told in our first year, don't let it get you, don't let it stress you out. It's like a tester year.
Get your partying out your system.
I wouldn't kind of say a tester year, but it's like a year to like kind of get into it, see what you're going to be doing. But yeah, a lot of advice we were given was like your first year, don't stress about it because it's not as major as your second and third year. I'd start to worry more if you were struggling in your second and third year than if you were struggling in your first year.
But you wouldn't be struggling in your second and third year if you didn't go.
But that leads on to one more bit of advice. Group chats, whether you're in group chats with your housemates or in a group chat with your course, I would definitely recommend setting up group chats, because group chats with your course, if you're ever stuck on any assignment, you can drop a message in the group chat and hopefully, with a bit of luck, someone in the group chat that's on your course will reply and help you out. A lot of people on our course, if somebody's stuck, they'll send over pictures of like the work they've kind of done.
Shout out to Bethany.
Yeah, shout out to Beth, she always helps. If anybody's stuck with their work and they send it in, Beth will always send a picture of her work, so like they kind of had something to follow, kind of see.
Like a basics, not her actual work, but more of a template.
Like a template of kind of what needs to be in there, how it needs to be laid out, what you need to talk about, what kind of things to reference. Like that's why I would recommend a group chat with your course and a group chat with your house, because if you're living in a house of 6 and you're often going shopping on your own, like you're going down to Aldi on your own or you're going down to Lidl on your own, if you're in a group chat with your housemates, you can drop a message and say, hi guys, does anybody else need to do shopping this week? I need to go shopping at some point, and then you'll always have somebody to go shopping with. So that brings us to the end of today's tips and advice for university students with me, Chelsea and Alicia.
Chelsea and Alicia.
Me, Chelsea and Alicia.
And Bubbles.
And Bubbles, wherever Bubbles is gone. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope like you did get some tips and advice. We're really sorry if you didn't. But yeah, we hope you look forward to our next video. Remember to,
which is going to be me cooking.
Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, press the notification so you get notified when we post our next video. And yeah, leave a comment letting us know what you think.
Bye guys.
Bye.